Emotional abuse isn't always hidden in the shadows. Sometimes it is right in your face, a loud, aggressive display of power used to take over your life. If you feel like you are constantly managing someone else's temper just to stay safe, you may be dealing with obvious emotional abuse. To understand how this works, we have to look at the 5 main ways that this abuse shows up: verbal aggression, physical intimidation, public humiliation, character assassination, and stability threats. Let's break down exactly what these look like and why they are used against you. First, verbal aggression. This goes far beyond a normal disagreement. This is the use of volume and language as a weapon. When someone screams, they aren't just venting, they are using noise to trigger your brain's freeze response, making it physically impossible for you to think or to argue back. It also includes targeted mockery, mimicking your voice or laughing at your tears. The goal is to make your emotions feel small and ridiculous so that eventually you just stop expressing them altogether. Second is physical intimidation, often called non-contact violence. This is when the abuser uses their body or objects to create fear without actually touching you. It looks like punching a hole in the wall, or slamming their hand on a table, or towering over you during a talk. It also includes blocking exits so you can't leave the room. Even if they never lay a finger on you, these actions send a loud message: I have the power to hurt you if I choose to. It keeps you in a state of compliance because you're terrified of what happens if they lose control. Third is public humiliation. This is a tactic used to strip away your dignity in front of an audience. It might be making a scene at a family dinner or sharing your most private vulnerabilities on social media. By doing this, the abuser weaponizes shame. They want you to feel so embarrassed by their behavior or by what they have said about you that you stop going out and stop talking to your friends. It's a way to isolate you and cut off your support system. Fourth is character assassination. This is a long-term calculated campaign to ruin your reputation. The abuser will often tell your family, friends, or even your doctor that you are unstable or crazy or struggling. They do this to poison the well. They want to make sure that if you ever try to speak out about the abuse, everybody around you has already been trained to doubt your version of reality. They aren't just lying about you, they're stealing your voice. And finally, we have stability threats. This is when an abuser acts as a gatekeeper to your basic needs to force you to comply with their demands. It sounds like, if you don't do what I say, I'm going to take the car keys, or if you leave, you'll lose the house. They may threaten to cut off your phone or your health insurance or access to your own money. They also violate your privacy, demanding passwords or reading your texts. The goal is to make you feel like your survival and connection to the world is a privilege, and they can take it away if you don't maintain their approval. These 5 tactics aren't random. They are one half of a cycle. The abuser flips between this loud aggression and the quiet manipulation that we covered in our last video to keep your nervous system in survival mode. When you are constantly exhausted and off balance, it is much harder for you to see the pattern and find your way out. So reclaiming your voice starts with having the right information. If this helped you see things more clearly, please like and subscribe to the channel so it stays in your library for whenever you need a reminder. And if you know somebody that might be in the middle of a storm right now, please share the video with them. Your share could be the clarity someone else has been searching for. To see how these obvious tactics compare to the more hidden ones, make sure to watch our last video. Thank you so much for joining us, and remember, being human is messy, beautiful, and worth showing up for exactly as you are. I am so glad that you're here.